What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the remote front office. Today we are covering my top five guys for Defensive Player of the Year. But before we get into that, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Are on our way to 20 subscribers. We do upload here 3 days a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Central Time. I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Um, I'm going to start with a couple of honorable mentions. The first one is because I don't think he'll play enough games. The second one is I just don't know if he'll get a big enough of a spotlight. And then we'll kind of go through other guys that I think should be on this list. And then we'll go top five. Same as the last set of awards we did. I am not doing this one in order. This is just guys that I think should be considered for the award, right? So the first guy that I don't think will be on here because we got the news a little while ago that he's going to miss probably the first month of the season, and that is Draymond Green. We all know when the Warriors are good, it's because Steph does what he does and Draymond does what he does, right? And with Draymond missing so much amount of time, and now the rules for guys have to play X amount of games, I just don't think that combination, because the Warriors are going to be more in tune looking for the playoffs, maybe solidifying rotation, stuff like that. So I don't think that Draymond's going to be asked, as long as they have a playoff spot fairly secured. I don't think Draymond's going to be asked to play a lot of back-to-backs. I don't think Draymond's going to be asked to play a lot of 3 games and 5 nights or whatever the case may be, right? I just think they're going to try and restrict Draymond from putting as much regular season wear and tear on his body as humanly possible in order to get him ready for the playoffs, right? The next guy is going to be Walker Kessler. This is more of I think it's too early. I think in a couple of years we can have this conversation, but his impact last year as a rookie defensively was amazing. I think that he's going to, again, probably be pretty close to replicate. I would hope he improves. I just don't know from the level of production we got from him last year if we can see a whole lot of a major jump enough to put him into this race, right? But give him, I'd say, probably 3 years or so. I definitely could see him potentially in this race, right? Another guy I have, again, way too early, but just kind of seeing what they've both done defensively. Actually, I'm going to name 2 guys: Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. I think they are probably both 3 years away. I want to say, maybe closer to 5. But I think once they kind of get to the NBA speed, and also just kind of get some extra guys around them, I definitely do think they will both be in this race for many years to come. But let's go ahead and now get into my top 5 guys. Right. First guy is, this one's more of a will he stay healthy? That's Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, I think when he is at his best, we all know he should be in this conversation. I just don't know if he'll play enough games to meet the criteria, right? I think that's kind of where we're at this point. He should be here, but if he doesn't play enough games, obviously, like other years, he will be left out of the race. Another guy that I'm curious if that happens to is Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez was in the race for this last year. He is 36 years old, though, so maybe he plays too many games, and maybe he is no longer in this race. The third guy I'm going to have is Bam Adebayo. I think just quote-unquote heat culture, as much as corny as it is, they play a lot of defense. They play a lot of good defense, and Bam is a very versatile guy, kind of like Draymond Green, right? He's very intellectual. He's reading coverages. He's reading where guys should be rotating to, or he's reading where a pass should go, and he's predicting if they're going to make that pass. He can switch out. He can guard bigs. He's blocking shots, right? I think just all around, Bam is definitely 100% in this conversation, right? And then one guy before we name the final guy, obviously Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be in this discussion. The question is he guarding too much perimeter this year? Because it seems like it's more of a center award. Obviously, we've only had Marcus Smart win it since Gary Payton about 20-something years ago. So, is he going to be asked to take on more of what Drew Holiday was doing, right? As far as guarding the wings or the guards or just general stuff like that, right? Maybe it lowers his block numbers, it lowers his interior percentage numbers. And I just think maybe that might decrease his chances for it. And then the last guy is the guy that I think should win the award as long as he can stay out of foul trouble, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. If you guys haven't watched Jaren Jackson Jr. play defense, go watch Go watch Triple J play defense. It's amazing. He recovers, he blocks, he can get to anywhere on the court, right? He's in the paint blocking a shot, or he's contesting that shot, and then he's rotating corner and getting a jump on that and blocking that shot. Like, it's just the amount of athleticism, again, same as I said with Bam, the intelligence, the rotations, the knowledge, just all of that, I think, is why, as long as he can stay out of foul trouble again, because foul trouble is always his biggest Achilles heel, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. should win this award this year, right? I know I did honorable mentions at the beginning, but I do want to shout out one other guy that I think maybe will get more credit now that he's out of Milwaukee, and that's Jrue Holiday, right? I understand guards don't win this award very often, but I think Jrue being in that Boston spotlight and just on that team in general, I think that team's probably going to be the best defensive team in the league, I would think. Just between him, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis at the rim, I think that with that full group, that he might get a little more spotlight than he got in Milwaukee, right? Because it was always, oh, well, he's got Middleton, he's got Giannis, he's got Brook Lopez. I think he's going to be the face of that defense, and so I think he has a real outside shot to get the award this year, right? But that's my list of guys. If you guys have any other guys that you think should have made the cut, let me know. We can discuss it below in the comments. I appreciate every single one of you. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.